dark or light themes, the argument always rages among developers. Which one should you use? Well, I don't care which one you use. Hey chatters, I'm Brendan, and on today's episode of DevChatter, we're going to be talking about some different customizations that you can make in VS Code. Let's get started. The first customization that I want to talk about is changing your theme. Whether you're picking a dark theme or a light theme, yeah, everybody knows that your IDE can grab dark and light themes, but there's more to it than that. In VS Code, they have added a whole bunch of new options. Let me go ahead and bring this down right quick, and we should be able to see a ton of choice that we didn't have before. So if you hit Control-K, Control-T, what you'll end up finding is, first off, it brings up the list of themes. You could pull up the commands menu, and that will also be able to search and change your theme. So if you search for themes when you're using the commands menu, you can bring it up as well, or you can do Control-K, Control-T to bring it up. Once you've got this menu open, you can actually just use your arrow keys to step through each one. Every time you step to a new theme, as you can see, the colors are all changing in the background around me. With each one of those color changes, you're onto a new theme. Now, obviously, they have some standard dark and light, but there's variance in color. If you don't like straight black, maybe you want one of the dark blues. Maybe you want a dark purple. Maybe you like the light themes, but you don't like it when it's just white. Well, they have some other ones that are subtle tan colors and yellows and things like that as well. Whatever's easiest on your eyes, again, you're the one using the IDE. But whichever preference you've got, you have a lot of choices, including some ridiculous ones. There are some with quite vibrant colors, including some, red and green Christmas themes and other things like that. In addition to the ones that we've seen here, there is also an entire extra section of additional themes that they've got. So whatever your choice, you have tons of options for what color pattern you want in your VS Code. So in addition to being able to change the theme, you can also change things like all the various settings. You can change fonts, you can change font sizes, other things like that. If we want to take a look at those, first off, let's go ahead and pull up the settings. I'm going to do that by pressing Control, to bring it up. If you bring up the Show All Commands menu using either the F1 key or Control-Shift-P to bring up the commands, you can go ahead and type in Settings, and you'll be able to find the settings you're looking for. Once you've got that open, the cool thing about the settings in VS Code, and this is becoming more common as it's the same in Visual Studio, you can search for what you're looking for. Once you begin searching, say we search for font, you'll see options for fonts, so you can change your font size and at various different points in various places within VS Code. There are a lot of customizations that you can make. As you can see, lots of choices in fonts. If we change those, you'll see again, font size will change, and boom! We've got some really nice effects that happen. Obviously, we're going to want to switch that back because I don't want giant fonts. Additionally, all of the options on the left have now been filtered to only the font choices. So if a section in the navigation on the left-hand side did not contain something about fonts, it will be missing. If it is there, that means one of the items is fonts. If you click through to it, it will maintain your filter for the word font, and you will only see the settings related to fonts. Along with that, there are other things you can change, including the font family. I'm not going to mess with that here, but you get the idea. You can change the font family. If you want yours to look like a bunch of handwritten script, cool, you can program that way. Doesn't matter to me, you're the one looking at it. So, to your heart's content, change away. Now, once you've got those settings the way that you want, there's another task that you might be interested in doing. And that is, I don't know about you, but I program both on a desktop computer that's down there, a desktop computer over there, a laptop over there, a laptop back there, a laptop down there. I have a lot of different computers where I might be working on code. And, well, if I'm running VS Code and I've made all these settings, I like the font a little bit bigger because it's easier on my eyes. I use, this font because I like, serifs, or I don't like serifs. I don't know what your preferences are. I've adjusted the colors. I've adjusted the theme. Hey, maybe I'd like that to, follow me along. Maybe I've got some settings for how I like to have my tabs and spaces. Well, you can synchronize your settings across all of your logins on VS Code as long as you log in. To do that, once you're in the settings, go ahead and log in. So you're going to click this button to sync. Once you've done that, it's going to ask you to log in. You can either choose between your Microsoft account or your GitHub account. I'm going to choose my GitHub account, though I have both. obviously. And once I've got the GitHub account open, I'll go ahead and do the login. I'm going to have that happen off screen. And then once I'm logged into my account, it will sync all my settings. And so now I can switch over to another computer and all of these settings will follow along with me. Yay! It's pretty easy, and it's a good way to make sure that you don't have to configure these on every computer. If I suddenly decide, you know what, I don't want to have the high contrast dark theme, I want to go to something a little more subtle and gray, I can switch that, and it'll change across all my installations. So it's awesome stuff, and I hope you have a fun time customizing the look of your VS Code. We mentioned in one of our previous episodes, linked down below and also up in the corner, that you can change the sidebar to a different location. Watch that video to see how. And as always, thanks for joining us. I hope you have fun customizing your VS Code, and we'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of DevChatter. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below about what things I should talk about next. Until next time, have a great day and happy coding!